Aquí comienza Inglés Online TVE.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Inglés Online TVE program, Inglés Online TVE. And, of course, you can find us live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, everybody. You can join our new channel, which is Inglés Online TVE, and connect with us. Connect with us, and you can participate. You can chat in the show, and what we'll do is I will also, if I can get this working, I will also participate with your questions. Feel free to ask questions in the channel today. Inglés Online TVE is the channel, and the program is a review of the contents that we saw today on Channel 2, en La Dos, on Channel 2, on Televisión Española. We're proud. Somos muy orgullosos, no? We're very proud to be back on TV every morning on Channel 2, so feel free to join us there every morning. And if you missed it, if you missed the show, well, you can review it on YouTube, right? You can find us, again, Inglés Online TVE is the channel. You can find us there, and we are, like I said, we're streaming live. So connect now and join us. And we have a 30-minute program today. It'll be broken down according to the 3 sections, and let's begin with today's beginner content.
Nivel básico.
Yes, nivel básico, the beginner content. And we are going to start with our sentence today, which is, this isn't Peter's document, it's Richard's. This isn't Peter's Whose document is this? This right here, right? Esto no es. This. So it's close to me, so I'm saying this. I'm not saying these, I'm saying this. So si está lejos, if it's far, that isn't my document. This isn't my document. Si está cerca, this isn't my document. That, si está lejos, that isn't my document. Si está cerca, this isn't, right? This is a pen. This isn't a marker. This is a pen. This isn't a book. It's a pen. This isn't a red pen. It's a blue pen, right? So this isn't Peter's document, right? The Peter's document, el archivo, digamos, el documento, el archivo de Peter. This isn't Peter's document. It's Richard's document. So notice we don't say this isn't Peter's document. This is. We only use this once. I'd say, that's not an elephant, it's a microphone. That's not a computer, it's a wall. That's not a piano, it's a guitar. That's not Fitz over there in the studio. That's not Fitz. It's Tino. That's not Juanjo. It's Tino. That's not Richard. It's Tino. So I don't say I don't say that's not that's. No, I say it's. Right? That's not Tino, or that's not Nacho. It's Tino. And here we have the Saxon genitive, the apostrophe S, Here we have to be careful. Remember, we never say, it's the Tino's microphone. No. This isn't my microphone. It's Tino's microphone. It's Tino. So you say the Tino's. No, we say Tino's microphone. Unless you have La Pantoja. I guess you could say it's the Pantoja's show. I don't know, right? Or an official title like the king. It's not my crown. It's the king's crown. Right? See that palace, El Palacio? It's not my palace. It's the king's palace. Hey, that's not my company. It's Richard's company. That's not my microphone. It's the company's microphone. So this, and then when it's close, this isn't Tino's watch. It's my watch. This isn't Tino's watch. It's Kyle's watch. This isn't Peter's document. It's Richard's. So we could repeat document. We say, this isn't Peter's document, it's Richard's document. Or we can simply say, it's Richard's. This isn't Peter's document, it's Richard's. This isn't Fitz's watch. It's my watch. It's mine. It's Kyle's watch. Those aren't Peter's books. They're Tino's books. Those aren't Peter's books. They're Tino's. That's not my microphone. It's Vaughn's. Whose is it? De quién es? Whose is it? It's Vaughn's. Right? What about that pen? Is that your pen? No, that's not my pen. It's Vaughn's. It's the company's. It's Richard's. Whose books are those? Are those Fitz's books? No, they're not. They're mine. No, they're not. They're Richard's. Right? Whose glasses are those on the table? Are they Nacho's glasses? No, they're not. They're Tino's. So the sentence today, the full sentence, this isn't Peter's document. No es el archivo de Peter, o el documento, no, de Peter. Es de Richard. It's Richard. And we don't say it's of Richard or it's the Richards. No. Nada de of y nada de the. No article. This isn't Peter's document. It's Richard's. Okay, let's go ahead with today's intermediate content.
Nivel intermedio.
Okay, nivel intermedio. Here we have, what's the cheapest phone out there right now? Hey, what's the cheapest phone out there? What's the cheapest phone? What's the cheapest phone out there right now? And what about the most expensive one? What's the cheapest phone, right? Cheap. Hey, what's the cheapest phone? ¿Cuál es el teléfono más barato en el mercado?
Give me something cheap.
Yeah, give me something cheap. What's the cheapest phone out there, we say? Disponible, on the market, right? What's the cheapest phone out there right now? Ahora mismo. What's the cheapest phone available? ¿Y el más caro? And the most expensive? Well, what's the cheapest phone out there right now? And the most expensive? So, what's the cheapest phone? And in fact, the world's cheapest phone, there was a phone launched to the market in 2016, 2 years ago, that sold apparently as the cheapest phone in the world for $4. Yeah, this is muy barato. And this is an Indian company. They launched the cheapest smartphone. It was a smartphone, too. It was called the Freedom 251. Manufactured by a company called Ringing Bells, and it's priced under $4.
Ring, ring.
Exactly.
Ring, ring.
And they said it would play a significant role in connecting people in India where smartphone usage and internet connectivity is still a work in progress, right? It's something that they're still developing. The Freedom 251 has a 4-inch display. It's a small screen, a 4-inch display. a little 1.3 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, and a battery in it. It comes with a 3.2 megapixel rear camera and a front camera as well, although the front camera is only 0.3 megapixel. But that's, hey, it costs $4. $4 for, that's like €3.20, €3.50 maybe, for a smartphone. So that, as far as I know, is the cheapest phone out there. What is the contraction? What's the cheapest phone out there? And the most expensive one? Y el más caro? And the most expensive one? What's the biggest country in the world? We could say, what's the biggest country in the world? And the smallest one? What's the biggest country out there? Right? Which exists. We haven't say out there. Oh, he's the best football player out there. I don't know. A lot of people say that Messi is the best football player out there. But some people say that Ronaldo is the best football player out there. I think more people would say that Messi. Would you say, Tino? Yeah, Messi's probably the best football player out there. Out in, it's like saying in the world or on the market. Available, in existence. So what's the biggest country in the world? And the smallest? Well, the biggest country in the world is Russia.
Hey, my friend.
Russia, over 17 million square kilometers. And the smallest country in the world, and the smallest country in the world is, well, Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest country, the home of the Pope and the governing body of the Roman Catholic Church. Very, very small. 0.44 square kilometers. Then you have Monaco. Monaco is the second smallest. Monaco is the second smallest country in the world. What about the fastest animal? You could say, hey, what's the fastest animal in the world? And the slowest? What's the fastest animal out there? And the slowest? The fastest animal apparently is the Peregrine Falcon. Birds have an advantage when it comes to speed for obvious reasons. The Peregrine Falcon is particularly swift. It's very quick. It's swift. It's capable of reaching speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. 200 miles per hour. So that's, 330 maybe kilometers per hour. While making a dive, right? Making it a very dangerous hunter. The rest of the time, it doesn't fly this fast, but it could accelerate quickly to catch up on its prey, right? On the animals rather that it wants to catch. So what's the fastest animal in the world? And the slowest? So the fastest animal out there is the Peregrine Falcon. There it goes. And the slowest? Well, the slowest is the three-toed sloth. Yeah. The three-toed. How many toes does it have? 3. So it's three-toed sloth. And they are native to America. And they move with a maximum speed of 0.003 miles per hour. It's so slow, it can only move about 30 meters in a day. 30 meters per day, por día. The three-toed sloth, right? Now, sloths spend a lot of their time, you say el perezoso, don't you? El perezoso, in English you say the sloth, right? The three-toed sloth. Now, sloths spend a lot of their life within branches of trees, and they're typical to the rainforests of America. And they used to have leaves of trees, and they used the leaves of trees to conserve. They eat tree leaves, and they conserve energy by not moving very much. Okay. So they just sort of lay low. Is that a sloth, Tino? There we go. It's a sloth, more or less, right? Okay. All right. So there we have it. What's the fastest animal out there, right? The expression, what's the fastest animal out there? And the slowest? Well, the fastest is the Peregrine Falcon. And the slowest? The three-toed sloth. Hey, what's the fastest jet out there? A jet, right? The airplane. What's the fastest jet out there? And the slowest? So you could, if you're fascinated by jets and airplanes, you could say, what's the fastest jet out there? And the slowest? Okay. And then we have, the fastest jet out there is the number one, the North American X-15, which holds the world record for the fastest manned aircraft. Its maximum speed can reach Mach 6.7, which is about, my gosh, get this, Tino, 7,200 kilometers per hour in the jet, right? Right? There it goes. Hasta luego. There he goes in his jet, right? 7,200 kilometers an hour. And they reached, here's the interesting thing, they reached this top speed on the 3rd of October, 1967. The fastest speed of a jet in 1967. I guess since then, they have not tried to achieve a faster speed because, well, why bother? You don't have to go any fast. That's fast enough, they said, right? The pilot's name was Pete Knight. And to be stable at these velocities, it had to feature a big, a special tail, right? And it was at very low speeds, it had a big draw from the tail, so it pulled, it didn't manage very well. It didn't move very well at low speeds. It was built for very, very high speeds. And for the takeoff, it had to be actually carried and lifted, pulled up by about 14,000 meters by another airplane. So they have a B-52, a big plane would pull it up and then release it when it was 14,000 meters up into the sky. So just imagine sitting on a rocket that's 15 meters in length and then being dropped from 14 kilometers up. And you're let go, right? And it blasts off. And so this lower, the high altitude and the difference in pressure enabled it to go faster. And it set a bunch of world records for the highest top speed. It was also the first operational space plane because it was so high up, it actually went into space. And it reached a height at one point of up to about 100 kilometers. It also flew more than 6 times at a speed, more than 6 times the speed of sound, Mach 6. So Mach, when we say Mach, it means the speed of sound. Mach 6.7 means 6.7 times the speed of sound. So what's the fastest plane out there? And the slowest? What's the fastest plane out there? Well, it's the X-15, the North American X-15. 6.7 times the speed of sound. Unbelievably fast. And the slowest? I don't know. I don't know what the slowest would be. I suppose an old-fashioned prop plane, an old-fashioned propeller plane. What's the fastest plane out there? And the slowest? Okay, there you go. All right, so there we go. Getting back to our original sentence, the original sentence was, what's the cheapest phone out there right now? Right now, like right now. Ahora mismo. En el mercado ahora. What's the cheapest phone out there right now? Remember yesterday we talked about right now, at this time. And the song, right now. For tomorrow. Right now. Come on. Okay, right now is like saying ahora mismo. Right now, at this moment. Okay? So, yeah, what's the cheapest phone out there right now? And what about the most expensive one? ¿Y el más caro? Okay, so that's our our sentence for today for the intermediate content. Let's go ahead with today's advanced section.
Nivel avanzado.
Ooh, yes, advanced. He's always making things up. He's always making it. Beats me how he gets away with it. He's always making things up. Beats me how he gets away with it. Él siempre se está inventando historias. It beats me how he gets away with it. No entiendo cómo. I don't know how. Cómo se sale con el suyo. Right? How he gets his way. How he gets away with it. So to get away with something means to not be caught with doing something you was maybe illegal, something you shouldn't have done. He's always making things up. Beats me how he gets away. So he's always making things up. So to make up is like to invent, inventar, pero inventando historias. To invent is used with, like someone invented the watch. Many years ago, someone invented the watch. You know, it was amazing when we invented electricity, when someone invented the internet, when we invented the ballpoint pen. Those are things that people invented. We don't say, oh, I made up a pen. No, I made up a story. So the phrasal verb to make up, inventar, una historia, una mentira, to make up a lie, to make up a story, to make up an excuse. Why were you in there, Kyle? What were you doing? Oh, I was just, what were you doing in the bank vault? Oh, I was just cleaning the floor. You know, I don't know. To make up an excuse. Inventar historias, inventar pues excusas, lo que sea, right? To make things up. So él siempre se está inventando historias. He's always making things up. And then we say, beats me how he always gets away with it. Beats me how he gets away with it. Normally, we could say, it beats me. It beats me means I have no idea. Es que no tengo ni idea. No entiendo cómo. It beats me how he does it. I have no idea how he does it. Right? It beats me how people program computers. I have no idea. I'd like to know, but it beats me how they do it. How does a flat screen TV work? Beats me how it works. I have no idea. No tengo ni idea. I don't know. It beats me. Beats me. Where's Tino's brother today? Beats me. I don't know where he is. What's Richard doing right now? Beats me. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. So he's always making things up. Beats me how he always gets away with it. So to get away with something, como se sale con el suyo, ¿no? How he always gets away with it. To get away with something. To not get caught. To not be found guilty. To get away with something. A lot of people think that O.J. Simpson got away with murder. I don't know. Well, he wasn't caught. He didn't go to prison. He went to prison for other things, but he didn't go to prison for murder. He got away with it. Originally, he got away. If he murdered someone, say, oh, he got away with murder. And that's expression too. He got away with murder. He did something terrible. He should have been caught. Even if it wasn't murder, we often say he got away with murder. Getting away with it. Like there was a burglar, right? A thief. This is a true story. In 2010, a thief broke into the Paris Museum of Modern Art and stole masterpieces by artists such as Picasso and others, just under 100 million pounds. And unbelievably, the museum didn't have a burglar alarm. Isn't that incredible? And the thief was able to smash a window and remove the pictures from their frames without incident. It was 7 o'clock the next morning when someone found out. So originally he got away with it. In fact, no one has been arrested. He got away with the crime. So to get away with something, to not be caught and not be punished for a crime, Okay. I want to thank everyone for listening. We have lots of people writing in. I'm sorry. I have to check the messages here. Franco says, hi, Kyle from Malaga. Today you seem closer than yesterday. Have you changed the camera? Yes, I have. He says, I think it's the right idea. Yes, we have changed the camera. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Belen says, ¿Cómo se sale con la suya o cómo se va de rostitas? Bueno, rositas, excuse me. Yeah, ¿cómo se va de rositas? Yeah, to get away with it, exactly. Loli says, good evening. She says, make something up is separable, intransitive, but can I make an excuse up? Yes, to make an excuse up or make up an excuse. All right, thanks for your questions, everybody. Feel free to join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. You can also watch on YouTube and listen live on the radio. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Convertimos el programa Inglés Online TVE en un curso de inglés premium para ti. Un año de clases por menos de €1 al día, con tutor online en cualquier